Hi, and welcome to Strength Focus. Today we're going to do what I call triceps on the road, which means I'm on the road, I want to work out, I want to do triceps, and I don't have any equipment. So we're going to use a towel, which most hotels have, and we're going to use our bench, which you can use a chair, and we're going to be on the floor as well. So we're going to start on the bench. And remember, make sure that you're warmed up before you do this. So stop the video, walk around the room, stretch yourself out before you come to this class, because we don't do a warm up. It's 20 minutes of showing you the exercise. It's not full workouts. So we're going to start with dips. I'm going to put this to a diagonal. So most people know how to do dips, but there are lots of variations on dips. And there are also ways to keep yourself safe on dips. Now, dips are controversial because when you get to a certain age, you have a lot of wear and tear on your shoulders. So dips may not be for you, and so you might go right ahead and grab your weight and just do some presses. But I think dips are really important. So I like body weight exercise, but we're going to start with a modified dip, which is going to be the bent knee, and it's not actually modified, it's more supported, so that you're not like straining with your hamstring or anything. So you put your arms on the edge of the step, your fingers are facing forward, the step isn't big enough for that. You want to keep your glutes close to the bench. So a lot of people get out here, and you see how the shoulders are separated? We don't want the shoulders separated. We want to work those elbows back, and we're going to do 20 of them. So you inhale down, you don't drop your butt, you bend your elbow and push up. 3, we're going to do 10 and then stop. 4, and then do it again. 5, good job. 6, 7, exhale up. 8, 9, good. Now you're looking straight ahead. 10. Now let's come up and talk about that. So what's important here is that you're lowering and lifting your body with just the bend of that elbow. So if you don't have a bench, you can come down here and do it off the floor like this. All right. So let's go back and do 10 more. And don't worry, it's not going to be the last one. We're going to do a bunch on the bench. So you can replicate those on the mat, and you can do with your butt not touching the ground or with your butt touching the ground. So that's up to you. Second set. 1. Now, the reason I start with this one, 3, keep going, is it's the one you can come back to when you feel like you're overstressing your elbows or your wrists or your shoulders. 8. Good job. 9, nice and close to the bench, and 10. One up. All right. One of the things I prefer to do when I'm in class, and if you're in a physical class with me, is we stretch between sets, usually sets of 20. This was a set of 10, but we usually roll around and stretch those triceps so that they become more capable of holding our body weight. Of course, our feet are supporting them too. So the next one we're going to do is extended leg. Now, it's really hard for a lot of people to do extended leg because it pulls on your hips and knees. So you can do a 45-degree bend, or you can do it all the way up. So down and 1. See the 2, the glutes still stay close. 3, 4, good job. 5, to the bench. 6, 7, 8, good job. 9, perfect, and 10, walk it in. Now you might find in that one that your bend is not as deep. Think about how your hip is engaged there. So in this position, you see your hip flexor still in the ball position, where it can take you down further when you do that bend in the arm. But you're here, you can feel that it stiffens out, right? So you want to make sure that you recognize the limitations of the bench. Now, in either the tabletop or the extended leg bench, what's really popular, the tabletop first, is one leg. So down, 2, good. 3, keep the knees side by side. 4, 5, good job. 6, 7, nice. 8, nice. 9, and 10, and walk it back in. I like having a bench to sit on. Let's do that under part. Now I'm going to do the second one with one leg in the extended leg position. So you can do both in one position, or you can do in either position. I'm just demonstrating for the sake of demonstration. Okay. So extending the leg out, lift one. Now you can see how it lacks depth too. So if you're like me, 3, you might go back to the knee. 4, I'm going to try to get a little deeper. 5, 6, 7, sure, give a little bend in there. 8, 9, and 10, and bring that back in. That was hard. All right, let's turn it under. Now we're going to do a crossed leg one. So it's also one leg. But what you do on this one is you treat the hip differently. It's not all the way down. It has a, in the tabletop position, it has more of an opening. So if we go out into tabletop, cross one leg over, see how much more opening it has? 1, see how much lower you get? 2, 3, 4, 5, good job. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, and bring yourself back up. Doing 20 minutes of triceps is not a joke. So you're going to be super fatigued if you're following with me. Maybe you're just watching for information or doing them to figure out how to get them. But if you're repeating each one with me, 20 minutes is a lot. So congratulations. All I have to say about that. Cross over. 1, it's a pigeon cross. 2, number 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, sit up on it. All right, so why are triceps so important to isolate and do? Triceps are one of the few parts of our body that we don't work in our residual day-to-day. You have to be almost deliberately putting something high on the shelf, or you're a volleyball player, but getting that underarm, like getting the inner thigh, has to be intentional. So that's one of the reasons we really like to do this. Okay, crossed legs, extended. So you're going to find this a little easier than straight crossed legs because, again, that hip is open. So it's up here. 1, good job. 2, I'm on my heel. 3, it hurts my hip. 4, 5, I'm going for 8, 6, 7, and 8. Ooh, that was hard for me. How was it for you? Oh my goodness. One after the other. Good. So let's get our head over a tailbone now, Mom. You see me dropping forward in fatigue. That's not good. Now I can't do this on the other leg because it takes too much support from my extended knee. So you would take it out and cross it. So I'm just going to do it with the foot up like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only 8, 7, and 8. Let's take ourselves all the way down to the ground. Great job. Okay. We're coming to the mat. Now, say you're not ready to do something that requires that much balance. I know I should do these first, but I really wanted to do the most effective ones first, and that's the body weight ones. And then we're going to move to ones that you got to work a little bit harder to get more effect from. So right here, the way the hands are facing the butt, and we're going to take it down and one very supported. Now, what I would like to do here, though, is hold it at the bottom for a 3 count. 1, 2, 3, not a pulse, and up. Elbows go straight back. So you're lifting your upper body. It's not much of a balance as the last one. We're going to go for 20. Good. 7. Pull that belly in. 8. Now, if you did those first sets with me, 9, you might think this is 10 more because you're fatigued. 1, good job. 2, another good reason to save easy ones for last. 3, the more supported ones on the side. 4, nice. 5, 6, 7, good job. 8, 9, and 20. Okay, great job. And again, you can take your glutes off the floor for that and treat it like a dip. Now we're going to use the top. You are in a hotel room. It's only soft pillows, and the floor is hard. So what are you going to do for your triceps? You're going to take a towel and stand up. You're going to make that towel super hard, super taut. So you're going to push it out, take it behind, and do your tricep press overs. 2. Don't let the tautness go. 3. Now, the residual work you're going to get here. 4. Make sure you point those elbows forward. It's hard to do because you have this out into that 5. So you want to make sure you really choke it in. 6. Soft knees. 7. 8. You can pat inside. It gets down there. 9. Good. Keep it tight. 10 more. 1. 2. And trust me, if you do like 3 sets of these, 3 sets of 24, it'll feel like you've been doing weights. 5. Same thing if you use a band. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 20. So let's bring it to the front. You're going to use the towel some more. Now you're going to put it underhand, grab it really hard in the center, hands are close together, and give you this point of view, and you're going to push out. 1. Now this is tricep and bicep. 2. 3. Shoulder blades down. 4. Belly button spun. 5. 6. Nice. 7. 8. 9. 10 more. Good job. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Has to be tight. 8. 9. And 20. Good job. Okay, so that's the towel. Variations on the top. Now, if you have a band, and we're not doing band today, but I do want to remind you that if you travel with a band, you can also hold it on the floor like this and do your tricep press like this, all right? So you stepping on it. You step on it to give it the most tension. We're not doing that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to take my gloves off for the next part. I'm not using weights anymore. I'm not sitting on anything anymore. Is the tricep push-up. Tricep push-up is hard to get range of motion, but it's very effective for your hands. This way, or very effective for your triceps. So we're going to start it in box, just to get ourselves acclimated to the position. So the hands are right under the shoulder. A lot of people put them forward, and again, we have our shoulders in stress there. So thumbs together and index fingers together. So you're creating a little triangle. If you look down, you're creating a little triangle. So your knees are under your hips. Your elbows are going to go straight. 1, 2. We're going to only do 10 because we've got 3 modalities to do. 3, 4. This is to get you acclimated to the position. 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. And 10. So a lot of you know that when we do chaturanga in bodies, that we're using those triceps to get ourselves off because it's close to the body, right? And it's not a push through the chest as much as it's a push through those arms. All right, so we're going to walk our knees back. This is where I do most of my push-ups. Make sure your chest is over those hands. 1, make sure those elbows drive back. 2, exhale up. 3, it's hard to get range of motion. 4, do your best. 5, don't like sink your belly forward. 6, just to get that range of motion. Make sure you stay like a plank. 7, 8, good job. 9, 10. All right, let's just sit back and stretch those triceps by putting our hands on their fingertips as we sit back. Okay, I'm going to try that long leg. Let's see if I can do it. Right? Index fingers together, thumbs together, walk those legs back. Let's try it. 1, not too bad. 2, 3, 4, 5, good job. 6, 7, 8, 9, you got it. And 10, sit back and walk it back. Good. Now the next modality also has two levels. So this is one that you see in body sculpting a lot. It's one of my favorites, especially when we're doing round the world or supersets. So I want you to sit up first and then grab yourself around the chest. That'll get you started. Come down to the floor and let that elbow go all the way down. You want to keep that arm around the chest. The hands in front of the chest, your knees, your legs are stacked, right? If that's uncomfortable, you can also do this, but you should not use your legs to propel yourself up at all. So elbows toward the screen, up and down. Now, one of the things you will notice, 2, 3, this is one of the easiest 4 range of motion positions you can have. 5, good job. 6, 7, going down. 8, 9, good job. And 10. Now the second mode, you don't let yourself go down to the ground at all. So you're kind of half up, half down. All right, so keep it wrapped down and up. 2. See how you get that 3, contraction. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful job. Take that arm over our ear. Our palm goes toward the ceiling, and then you rotate your thumb. Good. Now you're going to take this arm out. If you don't have bad shoulders, and the other arm across. So this is the position, right? It's kind of like backwards L right here. And you take the elbow off the floor, and it's down, and 1, down, and 2. Look at those fingers. 4, 5, you get both of them at the same time. 6, 7, let's go for 20, because this is easy. 8, easier. 9, if it doesn't hurt your shoulder. 10, if it does, bring the hand in. 1, good job. Or if you think your shoulder's in danger, 2, it doesn't have to hurt directly. 3, but you know your body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, good job, and 20. All right, let's stretch them before we go to the other side. And release it down. Okay. Wrap our arm first. Before we go down. All right, all the way down to the mat. First 10. And again, you'll see a lot of range of motion here, which, makes this kind of preferred. But a lot of people get confused by the position. That's why I like you to wrap your arm before you come down. 1, good job. All the way down. 2, good. 3, nice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, of course, you're going to feel more confident on one side than the other. Totally, we're not even. We talked about that many times. All right, wrap it and not coming down to the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure the elbow pokes out. 7, toward the screen. 8, 9, and 10. All right, this position. Ready? This position. So, here we go, reaching forward. 1, lift up. Push into both hands. 2, 3, we're going for 20. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if that hurts your shoulder too much, bring it in. 9. And do it right here. 10 more. But I want to try to get all the heads too, so I want to put it in different positions. 3, 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 20. All right, bring it up. Interlace and push through. Nice. You are doing such great work. All right, we have one more thing to do. I'm going to use the towel on this. You can use the band. This is actually the simplest warm-up. We'll use it as a cool down so we don't actually stretch in this focus workshop. So Tight, tight, tight. Bring it beside the waist. Now, one thing that's really important here is that you use your triceps only to push up, so you don't extend the arm the entire way. So it's taking it 3/4 of the way and down. Don't let it touch the bench. 2. Go for 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for 20. That's about right. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. And more. If you're really pulling that towel, 1, you will feel this. 2, good job. 3, 4, 5 is your belly to your spine. 6, 7, 8, 9. You are on it. And 12. Nice job. Take your hands to breathe into it, and then reach those arms into open. Really feel the extension because you spent it most of this workout with your arms bent. So when you curl up, we're going to do the stretches here. Like I said, we don't do much of a cool down, but we do the stretches to get your arms back to their working length. And one of the things I want to remind you of, well, I call this triceps on the road. You can, of course, do this anytime. Take them out. They're very effective exercises. Some of the body weight exercises are way more effective and will give more results than the weight bearing one or the dumbbell exercise. Back to the front. And release it down, and then rotate the wrist in one direction, and then rotate it in the other one. Good. And again, triceps are really hard to do. If you're trying to make a tricep change 3 times a week, And as you get older, you lose all that elastin, and your skin starts to be irreparably saggy, like mine. We're going to bring it to our chest, not across. You don't pull your shoulder. This is really important to do. One of the things we like to work legs because legs are strong. We're walking on them all the time. We give them so much love, right? But you're not walking on your hands and then push it out. So one of the things I would recommend is like, okay, 5 minutes before the class starts, I'm going to do some tricep, or before I go to a Zoom meeting or something. Just get yourself into that tricep position. All right, bring it down. Let's take a twist as we can hold our bodies in a very particular way. And then back to center, and then around to the left. And back to center. So that is our strength focus today. Triceps without weights. Taking it to the hotel room. You'll feel a little pump right now. And when you look at your tricep right now, you can see that it's filled with blood. You got a little bit of definition. Well, that becomes more, you get more longevity with that the more you do it. So I'm talking to myself, by the way. Thank you for coming to Strength Focus.